Remember, Democrat Nancy Pelosi, now Cory Booker, slamming the Trump tax cuts. Here is what Nancy Pelosi is still saying. She's doubling it down. She's saying 86 million middle-class families will see a tax increase while the Republicans advertise it as a middle-class bill. Let's bring in Americans for Tax Reform President Grover Norquist. Grover, is Nancy Pelosi right?
No. Here's the way she works the lie. There is a significant tax cut for 90% of Americans who pay taxes. And those are the IRS's numbers, 90%. Now, in about 10 years, the individual rates lapse. This is what happened with the George W. Bush tax cuts. They were, of course, extended for another 2 years and then extended permanently. The Republicans have said they'll keep kicking it out 10 years as long as they have the House and the Senate so that it will never lapse. And we will allow the Democrats to vote this year, once again, to join the Republicans and say, would you like to make those permanent? So Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats in the House and the Senate all voted against your pay increase, your tax cut, because the tax cut is a pay increase. You get to keep more of your own money. They all voted against that. And then the tax cut, the pay increase, was good for 10 years. We want to re-up it. The Democrats didn't want it to happen in the first place.
So her deception is she's saying after 10 years it's going to lapse, so that's when you're going to see middle-class tax cuts go up. That's 10 years away. She's deceiving the American people. And you know what, Grover? It turns out the top 20% pay 87% of all net federal income taxes. The lower 60% pay no net federal income tax. Where are the Democrats on that?
Well, as we've cut marginal tax rates, starting with Reagan, actually the tax code's gotten more progressive.
But the Democrats don't acknowledge that. That's the point.
No, correct. They don't. And they say if you raise taxes on higher income people, you could you'd get a more progressive tax code. That's exactly wrong. Actually, growth is the best thing. You want to raise tax revenue, you want to have the government get more money, have economic growth. And for Nancy Pelosi to say, under Obama, the taxes were higher, then they're going to be lower, then we'll go back to Obama levels, and that's a tax increase. In point of fact, only if she insists on it will we ever go back to Obama levels for individuals. I don't think we will. And she's being completely disingenuous when she makes that case. But she has to lie because the truth is so devastating to the Democratic Party. They all voted against a tax cut for 90% of taxpayers, and they're all going to vote again against that tax cut. And people have seen their life savings go up in their IRA. The D's all voted against that. 91 million households are going to have lower utility bills because utilities, the electric company, passes on the value of the tax cut
Grover.
to people. 91 million households.
Yeah, and you know, Grover, you don't see Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders saying repeal the tax cuts, so that's a fact. Grover, we love having you on. Come back soon.